So our next speaker is a senior. I'm very confident about this one. In Eliot House. And her name is Taylor Reneau. She's a good friend of mine. And her speech is entitled, YouTuber? I hardly know her.
Yeah, Taylor.
Thanks. Hey guys. Alright. Any person, and this goes for every single one of you here, any person who willingly creates more work for themselves on top of school is a special brand of crazy. I'm Taylor, and my brand of crazy is called Yes, Reneau. Now, that's the word yes paired with my last name, Reneau, and it's the hilarious pun that became the name of my YouTube channel when I started vlogging my sophomore year. Since then, the channel has grown to 43 videos and over 23,000 subscribers. Everybody always wants to know what I vlog about, or why I vlog, or like what's the worst comment I've ever received. But this speech is not about any of those. This speech is indulgent. It is about my journey from 0 to 23,000 subscribers, and I've got about 2.5 years worth of material. So what I want you guys to know is that when I started YouTube, for me it was never just a hobby, right? Like I know a lot of YouTubers will always try and say things like, oh, I never expected to get this big, this is all such a surprise to me. And I just want to call bull on that, because for me, I always knew that I wanted to be successful at it. When I started making videos winter break of sophomore year, my parents would come home every day to find me hunched over my keyboard. The running joke is that they would ask me what I was doing, and every time I would respond, completely straight-faced, I'm working. Be like, okay, duh, like working on what? And I'd be like, communicating with my fan base. Which, mind you, at this time, I had 0 subscribers, right? I had nobody with whom to communicate. In fact, at that time, I only had 2 videos with about 10 views, and 7 of those views were my own. So when I told my parents I was communicating with my fan base, what I really meant was that I was spamming people. I was copying and pasting to thousands of people the same message that read, "Hi, I'm Yes, Reneau, and I think you would really like my channel if you just gave it a chance." And I was doing that over and over and over and over and over and over again until at the end of winter break, I finally achieved what I set out for. But not really. I only hit 100 subscribers. And I was exhausted, but I was naive enough to keep going. What was important about that winter break was that my productivity came when I was alone. The jokes were delivered by myself to myself, and myself thought that myself was hilarious. Myself was not wrong. The only other people I interacted with were my parents, and they were honestly so supportive that they even bought me a tripod. So it wasn't until I got to Harvard that I had to face judgment for the first time. Remember, I had fewer than 200 subscribers, so when one of my friends described my videos as kind of weird, I felt my extremely fragile confidence in my YouTube career path break. It was the same sentiment I saw echoed in the faces of a lot of my peers. This thought that my channel somehow wasn't legitimate, and that by extension, that somehow made me strange. So I started to package my passion for YouTube as a hobby, right? Because even though I never felt that way, it made me seem less weird for loving something so intensely that 1, wasn't prestigious, and 2, I wasn't yet successful at. The majority of my time as a YouTuber has been spent battling to keep my motivation amongst all my self-doubt. I do cheesy little things like hang positive post-it notes on my walls that say, "Only 85,000 people ahead of you! You got this!" Or even once I saved one of my roommates' encouraging emails to me as a screensaver. The email read something along the lines of, "Haha, you are a dork. Please never stop making videos." But I thought it was so encouraging, and that's what I needed in the moment. The cheesiest thing I've ever done, however, is that I've written letters to my future self. I've written letters to 5,000 subscriber Taylor, 10,000 subscriber Taylor, 50,000, all the way up to 1 million subscriber Taylor. And these are letters that I cannot open until I've passed those thresholds. Initially, though, I didn't even write a letter to 1 million subscriber Taylor because I didn't even think she would exist. That line of thinking changed last summer when my sister gave me a little pep talk saying, if you don't follow your own dream, or if you don't own your own dreams, people will continue to treat them like they're just a joke. And despite the fact that that line seems like it came straight off of a motivational poster, she said it with a kind of alpha she-male conviction that had me persuaded. And so the next day, I stole my 4-year-old niece's markers and a sheet of printer paper, and I climbed to the tallest hill of our suburban neighborhood's park, and I wrote the best letter to 1 million subscriber Taylor that's ever been written. Albeit it might be the only one that's ever been written. It is the only letter that's ever been written. That envelope, for me, represents a shift in mindset of what role YouTube played in my life. YouTube is what I'm going to pursue after I graduate, and it's what I want to pursue. Currently, my plans are to live in Paris, teaching English part-time, and working on YouTube the other part of the time. And after a year of growing my channel, I plan on moving to Southeast Asia, where hopefully I'll have enough income to work full-time on the channel. Of course, I have financial fears, but more importantly than that, I have the fear that I won't make Harvard proud. And I feel like I am not alone in that sentiment. I told you this speech would be indulgent, and it is, but I also wanted it to serve as an anecdote of a Harvard classmate who's deciding to do something unconventional after graduation, and something where success is not certain. Because my success is not certain. 23,000 subscribers is just a milestone onto a bigger goal that I am not promised. Regardless, I'm going to pursue the work, and I'm going to pursue the hours, and I am going to pursue the struggle with the same type of blissful naivete I enjoyed when I had 10 views on my videos and 7 were from me. Thank you, guys.